Do you want to create an infinite villager breeder? Well, in this episode, I am going to show you how. And look, there's a baby. Hello, and welcome to the channel. My name is Mighty High, and in this video, I am going to show you how to make an infinite villager breeder. So, if you like these kind of videos, Minecraft tutorials and Let's Plays, then be sure to subscribe because I have videos coming out every day. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so once you've found a location for your villager breeder, I have everything you need in this chest here. So you need at least 4 composters for a villager workstation, something to feed the villagers, so I'm using potatoes in this case, some building blocks of any choice, a stairs of any choice. You'll need at least 2 buckets of water. So if I just show you quickly, what you can do to make things a bit easier is create an infinite water source by getting a 3x1 hole like so. Then you place 1 bucket of water on one side and 1 bucket of water on the other side, and then you take from the middle. So if I get a empty bucket like so, this will keep filling up the water like that, and then it will just keep refilling, so it's an infinite water source. So that is how you make yourself a infinite water source, just in case you didn't know. So after the water, we will need a diamond hoe or any kind of hoe, some glass or any kind of building block, some dirt if you're building it up in the sky, so a bed, and some wood trapdoors of any kind. And let's make it day. These are all the building blocks that you will need. So let's get on with building this then. So first of all, let's grab some of this stuff. So the first thing you want to do is figure out where your center is, or where you want your center for the villager breeder. So in my case, it's going to be right there. So once you've figured out your center, you want to place your stairs there in the center, and then you want to waterlog it like that. Then after you've waterlogged the stairs, you want to go out 4 blocks in each direction with your hoe, so you're tilling the ground. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on this side 2, 3, 4. So you're left with that kind of shape, a cross shape basically. So if you were to fill all this in like so, it should make a 9x9 square of tilled dirt. So let's just fill all this in like so, and this side as well. And if you've got grass there, you can just get rid of it like that. So you should be left with something that looks like this, and this is all tilled soil, and the thing that makes it work is that waterlogged stairs right in the middle, which should hydrate all of this farmland. So after you've done that, what you want to do is make a border for your breeder. So I'm just going to punch out these blocks like so, and then you want to go down 2 blocks. So that's 1, 2, and you want to do this all around the tilled soil like so. So after you've made your trench, you should have something that looks like this. So this should be 11 blocks. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So your trench should be 11 by 11 basically. So now after you've made your trench, you want to get some trapdoors, and you want to place them all around this side, your tilled soil like so, on the top of the block. Alright, so once you've got your trapdoors in, it should look something similar to this. So once the trapdoors are in, you can shut them now, or close them by just right clicking on them. All of them, by the way. So just go around right clicking all of these trapdoors until they're all closed, so they're flush with the tilled soil right there. So now you've done that, you want to get yourself some water, and we're going to make the water chamber for the villagers now. So you want to decide where you want your villagers to go. So in my case, I'm just going to punch them out in this direction here. So if you were making this on the ground, you would want to go out 80 blocks. But for a demonstration, I'm just going to go out a few blocks like this. And then what's a good idea to do is to actually cover your outlet for the villagers. So that a good idea is to cover it like this, basically so that no mobs can drop down and kill your villagers, especially zombies. So once you've decided where your villagers are going to go, you want to grab some water, and you want to place a water block in that corner there so that the water flows out like this. Then what you want to do is go down and punch that block out where the water stops, and then keep punching them out, and then this water should go 8 blocks from this block here. And then once you've got 8 blocks away from your water, you punch this one block out as well, so it'll be another 8 blocks from this bit of water here. And then you just keep going down, and you rinse and repeat that process until you reach the end, or where you want your villagers to end up. There are other ways you can transport villagers as well, using minecarts and stuff like that. So I might show you that at the end of this video. But for now, that will do for our villager transport system. So once you've got your water in that corner there, you want to get yourself some pressure plates. You want to get yourself some signs. So now you've got your water there, you want to get yourself some signs, which is what I forgot to put in the chest. And because you don't need any signs for the top water thing like over there, but if you're doing it on the ground, you do. So what you do is you put your sign right next to that water source block there. Then what you want to do after you've placed your sign there is place another water source there, and signs keep getting waterlogged for some reason, which shouldn't happen. Okay, signs can now be waterlogged according to this. Okay, let's use a pressure plate then. Alright guys, so normally you would be able to put a sign there, but for some quirky reason of Minecraft, it's not letting me. So what I'm going to do for this demonstration is use a pressure plate, and that will stop the water from flowing out and creating an infinite water source. And it will also, if the villagers drop over on this side, it will move them all to this corner right here. So then what you want to do is place another pressure plate down there, and place your water right next to that pressure plate over there. And you just repeat this process until eventually all the water ends up roughly here. So what you can do at this point is basically just punch them 3 blocks out, and all the water should flow out into your outlet for your villagers. So now you've got your water streams in, the rest is pretty easy. So what you want to do is you want to go 2 blocks up from these pressure plates. So I'm using glass, you can use any kind of block you like. So that's 1, 2. Then you punch out that bottom block like so, and you go around underneath the water like this, all around your tilled soil like this, and all around. So you should have something that looks like this. The reason why we put a load of blocks like this is so that the babies villagers can actually get out from the bottom, because they see these trapdoors as an actual block they can move on. But because it's too tall, the too high villagers won't be able to get out, but the babies will by walking underneath there. So now you've got something, this is basically blocking the villagers in. So a good idea is to actually go around the outside of this spawner or villager breeder as well, and block it in so that nothing can get in there, like baby zombies or anything like that. So if you need to, just place another block there. I'm using glass for this demonstration, but it can be any block you like. I just like using glass. So let's do that quickly, like so. And then the only thing we need to do now is put a top on it for the building side of things. But I'm going to do that in a minute because we want to put our beds and stuff in here first. So what you want to do is you want to get 2 beds and place 1 bed there, and get the other bed and place 1 bed there. You can actually place them anywhere you like within the confines of this breeder. I just like placing them in that formation there. Then what you want to do is grab your composters and place them in all 4 corners, not right in the corner, but leave it a block or 2 so that your villagers can move around. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So now your villagers actually have some way of working, because in order to breed they need to work for a certain period of time during the day so they can stay happy, and they also need to be able to sleep, as far as I know, in order to breed. So now you've got that, this is pretty much the villager breeder done. So now what we can do is we can put a roof over this. So in this case I am using glass. Just make sure it's 1 above this part here, so it would technically be 3 blocks above your villager breeder, so that's 2 free, like so. So let's just finish this, fill in the roof quickly. And I would also advise you, if you're doing this in survival, which you most likely are, leave a gap so that you can actually get your villagers in here. So instead of doing the whole roof, leave like a 4x4 gap or something at the end, like that, just so that you can get your villagers in here using a car or a boat or something like that. But in this case I am actually going to use some eggs. Now we've got pretty much the villager breeder done, we just want to get our villagers in like so, and then obviously what you want to do is grab yourself some potatoes or whatever crop you like to feed the villagers, and just fill all this farmland in with crops or potatoes or whatever you have. So let's do this. So now you've planted all your crops down, it should look something like this, with every piece of farmland filled with either potatoes, carrots or any kind of crop. Really? So there's only one more thing to do now, and that is to place a couple of beds. So you would be thinking you place them on the inside of the villager breeder, but you would be wrong. You actually place them on the outside of the villager breeder. So in this case I'm only going to be using 2 beds, but you can place as many beds as you like, and that would give you the amount of villagers that should be breeding in here. For example, if I place down 2 beds like so, 1, 2, then theoretically the most amount of baby villagers in this place should be 2 or 4 villagers in total, because the villagers look for beds in order for them to breed, essentially. So it's not like the old villager breeders where they need a certain amount of doors and stuff like that. So it's a lot easier this time, and that is pretty much the final product. So the only thing you've got to do now is wait until the morning in order for your villagers to breed. But it might also be a good idea to feed them a few potatoes as well, just so they can actually get going with breeding. And that failed. So let's try that again with Q this time, come on. So that they've got some food, and then we can till this back up again, get out of here, fill that up, and then see what I mean, they're chucking their potatoes at each other, and we've got hearts. And as soon as I've fed them, we've got some hearts, so hopefully we will see a baby soon. And there we have it, literally just as I started feeding them. So there we go guys, that is how you make an infinite villager breeder. So if you like this video then please click the like button, and if you really liked it then click the subscribe button and also ding that bell for further uploads. My name has been Mighty High and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye!